Problem 11. Summation n is equal to 1 to infinity of 1 over n squared plus 7n plus 12. First thing we should notice is that you can factor the bottom of that fraction. This will be a partial sums. This is one of those a little bit more difficult problems to solve. So we build partial fractions. So we take your two factors of n squared plus 7n plus 12, which is n plus 3 and n plus 4. We have then the 1 over those two factors equaling to two partial fractions of a over n plus 3 plus b over n plus 4. And as we did in chapter 8, we multiply both sides by the common denominator. We get 1 is equal to a times n plus 4 plus b times n plus 3. We plug in your convenient values. N is equal to -4. We get b is equal to -1. N is equal to -3 gives you a value for a of 1. Now that we know that the summation n is equal to 1 to infinity of 1 over n squared plus 7n plus 12 is equal to the summation of 1 over n plus 3 minus 1 over n plus 4, we can build our partial sums. So we take a look at our first sum. So that means we put 1 in for n, and we get 1 over 1 plus 3 minus 1 over 1 plus 4 to get 1/4 minus 1/5. Continuing, now we have to bring down that 1/4 minus 1/5 and add on another term, putting a 2 in for n, and get 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 minus 1 over 6. You should notice that the two 1/5 cancel out to get 1/4 minus 1/6. We continue to s sub 3. Again, we write down the first two that we already discovered, and we see another piece of 1/6 minus 1/7. Again, you'll see some cancellation, which results in the 1/4 at the beginning minus just the last fraction at the back of 1/7. And from this, we can see that the nth sum, which we call s sub n, is simply going to be the 1/4 at the beginning, which never disappeared, minus the fraction at the end, which the formula for that is 1 over n plus 4. And the last step is to take the limit as n approaches infinity of the nth sum. So we have the limit as n approaches infinity of 1/4 minus 1 over n plus 4. The second fraction just disappears. We have 1 over a very large number, so we get 1/4. So the conclusion for this one is the summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity of 1 over n squared plus 7n plus 12 converges to 1/4.